It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. All that and more coming up next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs, and not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now it's gone. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
So excellent starting position here for the Vikings. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2nd and 16. Off play action. McCarthy. His throw incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Complete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their... Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down throw. Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Goff on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Quickly to Addison here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. On first down, Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Goff. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Wright's got it. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Goff now looking to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's 2, and it brings up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff eluding the pressure right. That's to his running back, complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to go down. Back in his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Throwing on first down. McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw. McCarthy steps away to his left. This is caught by Addison. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Buying time to his left. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. Flush to his right. That's down the field for Jefferson. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. So the late touchdown ties things as they will kick this one away in the final stages of the half. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. A final shot before break here. Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we sit, and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Point after here coming up. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's gone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 68 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now out comes Minnesota. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 33 yards that time. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Detroit's offense ready to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Powell on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the toss to Jones, running right. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This one swung out here to Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again to Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. There's a give to Jones running left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:40 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. On first down, it's Goff.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
Back to the air, Goff on 2nd down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Goff. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And now following the desperation turnover on downs, they're set up with a 1st and goal to go. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Third and goal at the 4-yard line. Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. From the end zone, Goff. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Detroit.